for some reason I remember kissing him. It might have been the second date, because at one point I know I did kiss him, and then he was like, no, 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 and then he wanted to kiss me more, but I can't remember if that was the first date or not. Anyway, so I go back home, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like walking to my dorm, and I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, yeah, he's not that bad, whatever. So I'm walking into my dorm, and this ties into my last story time. This is the day, this was the night when I walked in my dorm, and Pikachu's friend was sitting on my couch, and I was like, what the fuck, hi? Because me and Jenny actually came home at the same time. When I was coming back from that date, Jenny had actually walked in the apartment complex, like, at the same time, so we were walking to our room. We were walking to the thing at the same time, because she had just got done practicing. So yeah, Pikachu's friend was there. And, so yeah, and then all that stuff with Pikachu happened. So if you haven't watched that story time, you should, because it just, you know. But anyway, so the day, so like, I texted him, he texted me and was like, I hope you had a good time, stuff like that, you know, stuff that you usually say after a first date. And I was like, yeah, I did, thanks for taking me out, blah, 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 blah. And I think I sent the last text, and he didn't text me back for the rest of the night, which I thought was weird, because, you know, he told me that he was gonna go to, am I remembering this right? I'm pretty sure he told me he was gonna go to a couple of other bars before he went home, and he was like, yeah, I'll let you know when I'm home safe. And I was like, okay, cool. And I'm pretty sure he did let me know when he was home, but there was something about that night that was weird. Something was weird. Anyway, the next day, he asked me, I'm pretty sure one of us texted first. I don't know if it was me or him, but basically he was like, how's it going? Or maybe it was the night before. This was so long ago. Long story short, I was telling him about the roommate drama, basically, and like my roommate and all that other stuff. And I was like, yeah, so things are pretty wild. So what happened with you? And this is the next day. And bruh, he was like, yeah, things haven't been going too good for me right now. My dad died last night. Let me just repeat that, just in case you missed it. I was telling him, like, yeah, my roommate's acting weird, like, we don't know what's wrong with her. We are hoping everything's okay, so it's kind of crazy right now. How are you doing? He said, yeah, I'm not doing too good. My dad died last night. He died the night that we went on the date. So I didn't even know what to say. Obviously, I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And like, I was telling him about, like, I just didn't know what to say. So basically, I was just like, I lost my dad last year. So I totally understand. I'm so sorry if you, like, we were talking over the next couple of days. He had to get a lot of things together. So like, just basically for the next couple of days, I was just like trying to see if it was okay. And the thing was, is like, I really wasn't sure if I wanted to go on another date with him. But after he told me that, I was like, I don't want to be a fucking cunt, never talk to him again. His dad just died. That's fucking crazy. So I told him, I was like, I totally understand if you need time for yourself, you don't want to see me, or if this is like just not something that you're basically giving him an out, you don't have to see me anymore. But he was like, no, I still want to see you. I just need to take care of a few was like, oh, we can just eat afterward. So we had an hour before the movie was playing, and so he was like, oh, do you want to just chill at my place for a bit? I didn't want to, but I was like, okay. And then I was like, okay, we're probably gonna have sex. Duh. So I get to his place. We get to his place, and he lives in like, bruh, the sketchiest fucking apartment building I've ever seen. Like, the doors had like wooden, they weren't even like real ass doors. They had like, there was like wooden slabs of shit that had like a Sharpie marker of the apartment number. And then the door handle. Okay, I had to stop the video. And now I'm eating yogurt. Okay, so, hey, like I said, he lived in a sketchy ass mother apartment. And yeah, there was like a Sharpie marker for like the numbers that were on the door, for like the apartment number and stuff. So I was like, And then he was telling me about how his next door neighbors like always made like a bunch of noise and whatever, because they had kids and stuff. It was crazy. So anyway, I'm just like, you have kids in this, somebody is living with kids in this type of establishment? What? So, fam. So, is that personal information over there? Let's just turn that. Okay, you can't see anything now. So, we go inside. This place is a mess. Like, definitely like bachelor pad mess. Just a mess. I don't even know how else to explain it. There were like beer cans everywhere, like papers everywhere, pictures of his parents on the wall. He had a big couch, and there was like a TV, and then kitchen, a mess, bathroom, gross. He had like, there was like, because you could tell that he like shaved a lot, and there was like beard hairs all in his like sink and stuff. So that was everywhere. His room was okay. His room wasn't really that messy. He had like his whole gym set up in his room, and his room was also red. Not like painted red. Sorry, I'm not whispering anymore. Not like painted red, but like he had red, like, not curtains, but kind of like red paper, so when the light like came in the room, the whole room just looked like it had a red like ambiance, which I actually kind of liked. I don't know why, I kind of liked it. But other than his room, the whole rest of the apartment was messy. So obviously we go back to his room and we do the do. Okay, whatever. And after the do, then he's like, dang, I kind of want to stay here. I kind of don't even feel like going to the movie anymore. And I'm like, you're taking me to see this movie, like, what the fuck? And he's like, but I want to keep you here, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. You said you were going to take me out. You're going to fucking take me out. So he was like, okay. So we left. The do was nice. It wasn't like mind-blowing or anything, but it was good. It was way better than some of the other dues I've had. So I was kind of just like, okay, yeah. I mean, it wasn't, but do I have really anything else? Sorry. Do I have anything else really going on right now? No. So this do will do just fine. Anyway, we went to the movies, and we ended up seeing Escape Room. That was a pretty decent movie. Pretty weird, but like decent. Afterward, we were like talking about it and stuff. But the thing that really got me though, like throughout the rest of the date, all he could keep talking about was the fact that we had sex. Like, he just kept talking about it, and I was just like, you're acting like 16 right now. But he just kept like making jokes about it and like just being like, wow, I just wasn't expecting you to do blah blah blah. And I'm just like, it's not that deep. It just really wasn't that deep. And if no one has ever done that with you before, your sex life must be boring as. But anyway, so that was kind of like putting me off a little bit, but not enough to turn me off from the whole thing completely. So I keep not whispering. Okay, so yeah. So after the movie, we go to Chick-fil-A, and he pays for everything again. Actually, I offered to pay for something. I can't remember, and he just let me pay for something because I didn't want him to feel like he had to pay for everything. So I did pay for like one thing. It was either the Chick-fil-A or it was like the movie tickets. It was one of those. I can't remember. But anyway, so after the movie, after Chick-fil-A, he drives me back to my place, and I can't remember why, but I wanted to be home really soon. I think I ate in his car, and then we were just talking or whatever, and we left. We kissed goodbye. I let him kiss me longer goodbye than we did last time, and then I went in, and it was fine. I was like, oh, he's kind of growing on me a little bit. That date wasn't bad. So I was like, yeah, okay, sure. But I wasn't going to be able to see him for like a week and a half. And I felt bad about it because I knew he wanted to see me like kind of like every week. Like he probably would have saw me like every other day if I let him. But I knew he wanted to see me like every weekend at least. And I felt bad that I had a lot going on. I can't remember what it was. I had a lot going on. I couldn't see him. So I said, you're gonna have to wait 2 weeks, but to make it up to you, I'll spend the night. Why would I say that? And he was like, all for it. Ew. Obviously, he was all for it. So 2 weeks go by. I'm not really texting him that much because, like, there's nothing to really talk about. We don't really have anything in common. There's nothing to talk about. Like, we go on dates. That's what I thought this was. We weren't having any mind-blowing conversations. It was basically just like a repetition of, hey, how are you today? Good. What are you up to? This. And then I probably wouldn't respond for a while because I was busy. Anyway. So the third date comes. He picks me up. I can't remember if we did something before I went to his house, but I brought my laptop so we could watch Netflix. And like I said, yeah, I can't remember if we did anything before I went to his house. I want to say we got food. I know he bought alcohol for us to drink, but I can't remember if we did something. Anyway, so we get to his house. And we're drinking. Eventually I start getting drunk. And we watched a movie. And, you know, we did the do a couple times. But all I remember is I was drunk and I had to keep going to the bathroom. But the first time that I had to break the seal, I go to the bathroom because I hadn't gone to the bathroom at all at his place. This was the first time. And I mean that day. So when I had to break the seal, I went to his bathroom, and tell me why there was only 3 squares of tissue paper left on that roll. And so I'm looking around. trying to look in his cabinets. I'm trying to blah, 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 blah. And I walk back out and I'm like, where's your toilet paper? He's like, oh, I don't have any. And he was like, is there none there? And I'm like, there's like 3 sheets left. And he's like, oh yeah, I don't have any. I keep forgetting to go to the store. But I'm drunk, you guys. And you already know what happens when you have to go to the bathroom when you're drunk. Once you break the seal, you can't stop. And I was supposed to be spending the night with this motherfucker. So what did I do? For the rest of the night, I had to ration those 3 squares of toilet paper. Bitch. Every time I went to the bathroom, I would take a square of tissue paper and rip it and just pat, pat, pat. And then go to the sink and get some water and pat, 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 and just shake myself air dry. Who wants to go through that? So that was some bullshit. I was so mad. I was so fucking mad because I was like, you knew I was sleeping over. I don't have a dick. I don't just whack it dry like you do. Because clearly it doesn't matter to you whether you have toilet paper or not. You're just gonna whack it. So you're telling me you didn't have to take a shit in the last couple of days? I was pissed. Another thing I forgot to mention was I could tell he had a drinking problem. Because our first date, I don't know why I didn't mention this. Our first date, as soon as we got to his place, he cracked open a beer. And then he brought 2 along with him or not the first date, it was on the date where we went to the movies, the last day before. He was drinking all the way to the movie theater, and I just didn't know what to say. Because he wasn't drunk, and he was just drinking beer, but it was still like, damn, he snuck a beer into the movie theater too. So that kind of was just like, okay, I'm peeping shit. So yeah, but that toilet paper situation really pissed me off. I was so mad. But the real reason why I didn't want to see him anymore was, so obviously there was a thing that happened that made me like not want to talk to him anymore, and I will be explaining that right now. So like the dude was fine, but he wanted to do it a lot, and not that I'm opposed to that, but I have my limits. Like I like doing it at least 2 or 3 times in a single setting, but not more than like 5. Especially if I haven't done the do in a long time. I need to get like readjusted. My body has to get readjusted. Okay, and the thing about doing the do with him was that he talked to me like I was a baby. Like he talked to me like I was a little girl, sort of. Not in like a pedophile way, but like I was just this like cute little thing to be coddled that was also having sex. It was weird. I never had anyone talk to me like that before during like obviously like people like to talk during some of but the stuff that he would say, like the noise, the sounds he would make, it would just be like I can't explain it. You would have to hear it, and I'm not about to repeat it. It's fucking weird, so I just can't explain it to you. But the thing that, because we had been up all night, and I was falling asleep, like I was drunk, you know, we had already done the do like 3 times already, and I wanted to go to sleep. Well, I was falling asleep, and there was like a TV show playing or something, and he was like, "You're not falling asleep, are you?" And I was like, "No," but clearly I was falling asleep. And so like a couple minutes later he asked me again, like, "Are you falling asleep?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just want to go to bed." And I was like, wait, no, don't go to bed. And like starts kissing me, like kissing my neck. I'm like falling asleep. Like falling asleep. And I'm like, I don't really feel like it right now. I just want to go to bed. He didn't care. And he kept like kissing me and stuff. And I was already naked. Just kissing me and stuff, putting his hand down there, like. And I'm just like, I really don't want to. I just want to go to bed. And he's like, no, let's just do it one more time before you go to bed. And I'm like, we could just do it tomorrow morning. And he's like, no, I want to do it now. And I'm like, okay. And I'm trying to push him off of me, because at this point he's on top of me. I'm trying to like push him off of me, but he dead ass just wasn't taking no for an answer. And I was drunk too, so like mine was just not on par. So basically he made me have sex with him, and all I can remember is me just laying there like, can you just be fucking done already? Like, oh my god, this is annoying as shit. And a lot of people would probably feel like that's rape. I feel like he definitely made me, because I definitely kept saying no. Not once did I say yes. But also at the same time, at the time, I didn't think of it like that. It was more just like, wow. At the time, I really didn't think of it like that. It was more of just like, wow, that was really annoying. And it put me off from him, like, completely. I was just like, that's really dumb. Like, why would you do that to me? I can't remember if we did anything the next morning. I'm pretty sure we didn't, because I was over it. I know the next morning I was up way before him. Oh, I forgot something. So, I don't know how the fuck I forgot to mention this part. So, not only did he make me have sex with him, afterward, I was like, thank God I get to go the fuck to sleep. I turn around, and like 5 minutes later, he's like, can you turn around and hold me? And I'm like, okay. So I turn around, his back is facing me. So I'm literally big spooning this grown ass man. This naked, grown ass man. As I'm drifting off to sleep, this nigga farts. And it went in my mouth. Bitch, I was so fucking mad. And it wasn't just like it was like, and it smelled like fucking shit. And he was like, oh, sorry, and then went back to sleep. So I turn around, I'm sorry for not whispering. So I turned around, and I was just disgusted. I just turned around and like went to sleep, because I was just like, ew. And the next morning, I woke up before him, and he wanted me to stay like later. He wanted to like sleep in. I'm just like, I want to go the fuck home. So he was like, do you want to go to a place, go eat before? And like in my brain, like I kind of knew like I don't want to see him anymore, but I hadn't processed like what had actually happened. So we go to this redneck ass fucking like breakfast diner that was also a gas station, like a convenience store. And he buys my breakfast, which I appreciated, and he drove me home. And yeah, after that, I didn't really text him. He would text me and be like, hey, I feel like we're not, I was just like, and I was like dead ass, like, I was just like, because at the time, actually, somebody from my past had messaged me and I thought that maybe I would get back together with him or something. So I was honest with him, like, with Bob. I'm just getting with the phone like this because people keep coming in here anyway, and it's annoying to like start and stop and try to set up my phone. Okay, but yeah, I was honest with him, and I told him that I wasn't interested anymore, and yeah, like, I remember one time he asked me to meet up for a date, and I told him I would, but then I didn't end up. I was like, something came up and I can't go, which was the truth. I didn't tell a lie. Something did come up and I didn't go, and then after that I was like, no, I mean, I don't even want to see him. So, and then I told him, like, I wasn't interested anymore, and then, but he still kept trying to see me, and I'm just like, I already told you, like, I'm basically talking to somebody else. So I don't know why you want to keep, like, talking to me. But why is this relevant? Well, I actually stopped, sorry, I'm trying to log into my Facebook right now, which I don't even think I can do. Oh, well, look at that. Okay. I took screenshots and I sent it to myself so I could read it to you guys so you can just understand. Okay. So, basically, I stopped messaging him and he stopped sending me messages. So I thought he took the hint, right? So months and months later go by, and this ended in like probably the middle of February. I haven't talked to him since then. I just went on a trip with my friends to my hometown, and I went on a date with someone that I've been talking to. It's actually been going pretty good, but anyway, I come home from the date and I was telling my friends about it because we all booked an Airbnb. And I had my phone charging in the other room, talking to my friends, and then I go back into the room and I have 4 missed calls from Bob. And let me just give you the setting of the situation by telling you this was at 2:33 in the morning. 4 missed calls from a person I had not talked to in months. I looked at my phone and I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, what the fuck? He called again, and I let it ring because I was like, I'm not fucking answering the phone. What the fuck? He's probably drunk as hell. And then my thought was like, oh my god, because the last time that something like that, and I know this is TMI, but I have to, because like a lot of people would be like, why would you even text him, like whatever. But the last time that someone in my life popped up back again for a few months was because they were telling me that they had an STD and that I should get checked. So I was like, maybe he has something, like, and not that like I would have caught anything, but it's just like good to know, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I texted him and I said, you called me, and these are the messages that I'm reading right now. He said, are you fucking someone else? I thought we were amazing. I've been thinking about you nonstop. You're my everything. I said, I graduated school. I'm not even in blank state. I said, I'm not even in the state that I went to school in anymore. He said, how can I show you? I'll come to you. I said, are you drunk? He said, I'm almost done bodyguard school. What the I didn't even know you were in that shit. Like, what? Oh, I guess you about to be making money. What the Okay. I'm almost done bodyguard school. And he's like, no, I'm not drunk. I'm like, he's like, no, I'm not drunk. He's like, honestly, I'm horny and thinking of you. I quit drinking. I'm like, I said, the last time we were together, I felt uncomfortable. There were 2 times when I tried to go to sleep and you made me have sex with you. After that, I didn't want to see you anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sure from your perspective, it didn't happen like that, but for me, it did. Like, to me, you raped me. Like, not like in like a savage way, but like, to me, that was a little rapey. To you, it probably didn't happen like that because there's two sides to every story. I get it. But my thing is, if I feel that way and I don't want to talk to you anymore, just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. Like, leave me the fuck alone. He said, you are my doll baby and I will give you the world. Okay, I'm sorry. Can I fix this? No. I'm like, I'm really not interested. Sorry. To be honest, I don't think I'd ever feel completely safe with you again. I have to focus on taking care of my grandmother and my sister. This nigga said, I'm a sexual person and you're a beautiful woman. I will do whatever it takes to have you in my life. I'll slow down. We're amazing together, but I don't want to rush things. Well, you know, making someone have sex with you, that's kind of just, that's a little rushy. How do we go back from that? I will never give you the opportunity to fucking rape me again. Never. We're amazing together, but I don't want to rush things. And I didn't answer for probably like 20 minutes. And he's like, baby, I will do whatever it takes, anything and everything. What the fuck? I said, you'll find the person for you. Take care. He said, save with me, because I guess my messages were going really slow. It's fucking Android ass phone that he has. He's like, safe with me. I'll give you the world and protect you and show you. Please. I didn't answer. Please. I want to love and protect you. I said, please stop. He said, why? We were great together. I said, we went on 3 dates. The first 2 were good. The last one was bad, and I don't feel the same way. Please put your energy into someone who will appreciate it. It's obvious that you have a huge heart. Don't waste it on me. He said, it's not a waste. What was bad about our last date? Well, maybe the fact that you forcefully put your penis inside of me. I don't know. That kind of was bad to me. Maybe it felt good to you. That wasn't good for me. He said, what was bad about our last date is I miss you for real. So my friends obviously were pissed off that I was even talking to him in the first place. And they were just like, bitch, why aren't you blocking him? Like, he's obviously fucking psycho. You need to stop talking to him. And I just was like, I felt bad in a way. In another way, I felt like it was my fault, because I was like, maybe I should have just told him that I felt like he basically raped me, like, when he did it. But also, like, when you're in that situation and you're a woman and you're 5'1" like me, 99 pounds, yeah, I just checked the scale, I'm 99 pounds, and like, you're accusing someone of that, whether it's true or not, they're gonna be pissed. I don't know him like that. Like, he could have like fucking hurt me. I was just really worried that if I blocked him, it would send him over the edge and like try to find me or something. I don't know, because to me, in my brain, and maybe like some people think that's dramatic to think, but like in my brain, if you're telling me you want to love me and protect me and we've only been on 3 dates and it's not like we had any like when I tell you we didn't have anything in common, that's exactly what the fuck I mean. We didn't have anything in common. Nothing. We didn't talk about it. We didn't have any substantial conversations. We barely saw each other. I barely ever answered his texts. So it's just like, for someone to like
jump from barely knowing me to saying that they want to love me. Like, fam, that's just crazy to me, and it makes me feel uncomfortable and scared, straight up. I haven't heard anything from him since. I hate blocking people. I really do. I only block people when I feel like it's absolutely necessary, but honestly, like, if I hear from him again, if he texts me again, I'm just gonna go ahead and block him, because that's like crazy at this point. But obviously, like, I don't know. You know, the craziest part about it is I've been so like messed up in my mind. For a split second I was like, well, maybe I should give him another shot, because it seems like he actually wants me, like he do. And isn't that crazy? I had to like really like, bitch, what the fuck? I had to like pimp slap myself, like, bitch, you're not desperate. You are a queen, worthy of everything. Don't ever settle for some bullshit like that. I really had to clock myself. I really had to sit myself down on a stool and be like, bitch, I will fuck you up. I will fuck myself up if I ever think like that again. But anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to tell this story because it was fucking crazy. And yeah, like, that just put my, because like another, I almost fell out with a really good friend of mine on that trip too. And just like that just like fucked my whole, like, didn't fuck up my whole trip, but it really made me feel uneasy. Like, someone that I literally haven't thought about in months has like clearly been thinking about me a lot, and that just makes me feel like it's weird, bro. I don't like it. So, but I did have a good trip, and I met someone that I have been talking to for like 3 months now. We met for the first time, and it was really good, and he's really nice, and so that's good. I mean, we're really different, but in like really good ways. Like, we're different in the ways that would keep it interesting. So I'm really like looking forward to get to know him better and stuff. But yeah, I just like, because there was a few things in China that happened that I'll probably make a story time about, that just like, thinking about that situation and thinking about this shit that happened in China, it just made me feel like shit, even though none of those things were my fault. It just made me feel gross. Like, people really think that they're entitled to you. If they want you, they feel like they're entitled. Some people really feel like they're entitled to whatever they want. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching this story. I hope it didn't put you in a bad mood. I just wanted to put it out there. And if you have ever gone through something similar, it's not your fucking fault. People are shit. I'm not about to let it ruin my life, though. And that's why I'm saying, like, I don't feel like it was like dead ass rape, because that word just has it carries so much weight. And I don't think I would ever let someone have that kind of mental control over my life or my emotions. Like, I'm not about to let someone have that kind of stamp in my life. Like, yeah, you raped me. Like, no. You're not about to have that kind of like gravity in my life. Like, fuck you. I'm gonna move on. You can go fuck yourself. So, anyway, gracias por ver el video y 再见todos. There's something that I forgot to mention. The way that I realized that it was like, I realized that, because like I said, at the time when it happened, I didn't think of it as, yeah, you violated me. I thought of it more as, that was dead ass annoying. But the way that I realized, like, no, yeah, he did violate me, was because I'm a sexual person, like I said, and I'm usually in the mood. And after that, I did not think about sex for a month, almost like a month and a half. I didn't think about it. I didn't care about it. Like, and I thought, oh, because I wasn't talking to him anymore, and this was after like the last time we had, and he was the last person I had been with. So I'm thinking like, oh, yeah, I don't really, and like I would like try to like think about it, try to like, because I like sex, like I would try to like, you know, get myself in the mood, maybe take care of myself a little bit, but no, I just was like, nah. And at the time I thought, maybe I'm just really growing out of it, maybe I'm just like over it. But that wasn't the case, because I ended up hooking up with someone else. But we're like, we have this relationship where we're just friends, but if we ever meet each other, we end up hooking up. And that happened like probably like 2 months after I had last been with Bob. And after that, it was like boom, like I was back into it, like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about it all the time, I'm doing this, and it just made me realize, like, wow, that the situation with Bob really fucked me up. For a month and a half, I felt gross, and I didn't even know it. Like, I felt violated, and I didn't even know it. My psyche had taken a hit. My sexuality had taken a hit, and I didn't even realize it. So that's how I realized that, like, yeah, you deadass violated me. And I just wanted to, like, point that in there and, like, make that clear. Just in case anyone was wondering. So, yeah.